Hello, today we welcome each other in the Motorsport Update channel again. Today we will talk about the return of the competition. Another AMA-SX and AMP. MX legend is Ryan Dungey, the return of the former AMA Supercross 250 champion in 5 years. AMA Motocross 251-time Motocross of Nation 251-time AMA Supercross 454 times AMA Motocross 453 times Motocross of Nation 452 times. Ryan Dungey's slew of successes at every championship should guarantee quality driving. Many see him as the chariot of James Stewart and Ryan Villopoto, who if any season had these two on the Dungey list would be right. Regarded as just a component out-of-sight horses among fans, but back in 2010, the year when Villopoto competed for number 1 that year, reigning champion James Stewart had to withdraw from an injury earlier in the season. Ryan Dungey's consistent driving was able to win the championship 451st for himself with dignity as arch-rival Ryan Villopoto crashed and somersaulted and broke his leg after the pair fought hard that year. However, it's not just James Stewart and Villopoto who are the best. Keep in mind that during Dungey's fight to become the AMA champion, his new wave of new teammates Ken Rockin, Mavin Musquin, Justin Barcia, Ellie Tomac, and lined with veterans Chad Reed, Trey Carnard, David Millsaps, Josh Grant to dream about. It's not easy for Ryan Dungey to win every year. Since 2017, after winning his 4th championship, he announced his retirement at the age of 27, but with the success Dungey has gained, fans understood that his retirement at that time would have been good. Because if he continues to race, his career as a racer might have a bad ending record. Discussion after the race to that. Went to live with his family in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota, a city with an old history of motocross, one of America's cities, and that's what made Ryan Dungey hormonal. A racer since I can remember. The fact that he lives there does not mean that he can retire from the industry at all. D would have frequented as a speaker, reporter, including 2 seasons ago. Rumors abound that Dungey will return to racing in the 250s in Honda's jersey to serve as a mentor to Japan's rising star Jo Shimoda and recent 250 champion Jet Lawlence, who was just riding for Honda at the time. At first turned pro, but then only a rumor. Dungey is still happy with his kids and a new job as a speaker. Until last year, he returned to be a test rider for his former label KTM, returning to be a test rider during Dungey's break from professional racing for almost 5 years, plus the technology of 2022 KTM he got. Touch is much easier to ride than when he was a racer. Therefore, the thirst for wanting to return to the race reappeared in his head. But with a polite personality and a gentleman on 2 wheels, makes him think that it's not easy to tell the stubborn team owner that I want to come back, because don't forget, KTM has some of the best riders, 2-time Supercross champions Cooper Webb and Aaron Plessinger, who just signed their first year, a former 250th Supercross and Motocross champion. The fact that Mavin Musquin's still undecided contract has made his hopes of a return as a racer even more difficult. Finally, after the Supercross season, KTM had to do something to regain its faith, as the 2022 Americas, the AMA Championships and even the MXGP World Championships were a total failure. And Cooper's absence from the outdoors, Musquin's lack of a new contract, and Aaron Plessinger's recent recovery from injury are still not 100%. KTM has released the news that 9-time world champion Tony Cairoli and 2-time MXGP world champion Jeffrey Harling will be drawing the motifs for the AMA Motocross 2022, but it hasn't yet been 100% confirmed by KTM. Until earlier this month, the shocking news arose when Ryan Dungey was selected to compete in the 2022 season in place of Cooper Webb, who was initially hesitant about a new contract with the agency and wanting to rehabilitate after a disappointing performance this year without winning a single race, but recently renewed the contract with the team already, by joining forces with Italian veterans. 9-time world champions Tony Cairoli may not be playing for a full season, and fitness-boosting Aaron Plessinger, and Holland's Jeffrey Harling, learned that the KTM team had been put in the way considered worrying, therefore asked to undergo a full system of surgery to treat chronic injuries that have been carried for a long time to be ready to reclaim the World Championship title in 2023. It can be considered that the KTM team in the outdoor show that will open its head at the end of this month. Each racer has a unique degree. From the experience, they can fight every team. And the return of Dungey is certainly a bit more colorful, as many long-time AMA followers know Dungey's abilities well. Let's say that the Orange Disciples will definitely have fun in every field, chain is guaranteed. Before leaving, please friends like, press share, press subscribe too. See you again in the next clip. Hello.